Hello and welcome to another video. Today you guys, we're back in my sketchbook. I want to draw, but I don't want it to take too long, and I don't really have anything to say today. So we're just gonna do some figure studies. It's been a while since I've done figure studies with you guys, and so we're gonna do some figure studies. But I guess this time you guys are gonna be able to hear me think about it out loud. I don't normally think too hard about figure studies. Oh, we're using an Ohuhu puke marker. This one is deep olive green. I have some figure studies off on the side here, but yeah, I don't normally think too hard when I do figure studies. I mean, it's not super the point of them. I don't know, you guys. I try not to think too hard. Honestly, when I'm doing them, I'm just trying to like get the idea of the pose down. This one's a little hard because her hair is like covering her face and her like her shoulders and stuff. So you can't like even really see what's going on, but that's fine. And my figure studies are never really like good, I don't think, just because I don't really think that's the point of them. And then also, I'm not great at full bodies, you guys know that. I'm especially not good with ones that have hair all over the place, because I can't see what's going on. Okay, that one's bad, but that's okay. I'm on line of action today. It's been a while since I've used line of action, just because for a while there I was like, I think I've used all the poses on line of action. So I was like, I guess we'll give it a break. And that's what I did. But since this is like a real-time video, I didn't want to spend a bunch of time looking for different poses. And line of action will just be like, oh, you ready for your next pose? Here you go. So that's why we're using line of action today. I like line of action though, because it is a free resource. It's got foreshortening here. I'm not great with that. Or good at it at all, but yeah. I think she's holding a sword, but I can't tell. Doesn't matter, that hand is fucked up. Like I said, I like to do figure studies. It's just when I can't think of anything else to do. And I did draw some other stuff today, but it is in fact a recording day for my videos. I was trying to do recordings where I was doing them during the middle of the week, but I got lazy this week, so we're recording this on the weekend. You guys still feel to follow along with your own figure studies, though. It'll be like we're in a little class together. I've never taken like a actual figure study class. I couldn't really justify doing it in college because I was a psych major. And I had, by the time I wanted to do it, it was like at the downtown campus for where I went to school. There were two different campuses, and then I was just, at the time, I didn't drive, so my parents were like, take classes at one or the other campuses, and most of my classes were at the main campus, so I couldn't really justify taking the art classes. But that's fine. I could find like a local figure studies course, like just for like adults, like hobbyists, but I don't have the money for that. So line of action is good if you're poor like me. I wouldn't say I'm very good at them, but that's okay. And I hope it doesn't bother you guys, but I am going to draw them overlapping. Just because I don't really plan out where I'm putting the bodies before I do it. And since they're just figure studies, I don't really mind if they're like all over the place. And also, sometimes I feel like that's got like a cool look to it, that overlapping. Sometimes not so much, but still can't draw feet though. This is a behind pose. Those ones are hard. Friggin' legs are still the bane of my existence. And arms. I guess every part of the body, really. She's got like a sponge. Do you guys like it when the videos are more quiet? You can let me know if you're like, I prefer when you don't yap as much. It won't hurt my feelings, because sometimes I don't really want to talk either. But I like having videos that have speaking, because if it's just quiet, I get a little bit lonely. When I'm watching videos, not when I'm recording them. I don't get lonely when I'm recording them because my room is always filled with 8,000 dogs. That's a joke, but for some reason on Sundays, there's usually at least 3 in here. At most, I guess 3, because I only have 3 dogs. But 3 dogs is a lot. I used to have 5 dogs, you guys. But they were old, so I don't have 5 dogs anymore. The remaining dogs I have are also old. It made me sad thinking about it. I don't like when drawings go off to the other page for my own work. I see some people do like spreads, and it's like it goes across the page, and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. But whenever I do it, I'm like, I hate that. I don't know. Something about it not connecting bothers me a lot. And like, I don't mean like, oh, it's this like a cohesive piece that goes across like the 2 pages. I mean like when it crosses the seam. I don't like when it crosses the seam, you guys. Something about it's really ugly. When I do it. I feel like other people are like, I don't know how they do it to make it look so nice, but whenever I do it, I'm like, what the fuck? Why did mine look so bad? You know what you're supposed to do when you're drawing figures? You're supposed to like sketch out the whole body, and then like the pose first, and then like carve out forms and stuff. I don't do that, which is why they're always so out of proportion when I draw. But one of these days I'm gonna get it. Don't know when, but one of them. Look at that leg. The guy's dangle is right there, but I'm not trying that. This is a YouTube video. I think I already talked about this before. Whenever I do figure studies, I prefer nude models just because I can see the pose a lot better. Nude or like semi-clothed, I guess. Literally just so I can see the pose. Because if I can't see the pose, I get kind of pissed off. Which is why I didn't really like that one at the first one I did with the hair. Because she was also in a nude pose, but her fucking hair was in the way. I mean, it was lovely hair. It was like red and curly. It was beautiful hair, but I didn't want to draw hair. I wanted to draw the pose. This guy's holding a stick. I kind of don't want to draw the stick because I don't think I lined it up right. But I'm drawing it anyway, I guess. Didn't even... I said that and then I immediately drew it. I should really try to incorporate, like, the way that I do figure studies and the way I draw bodies, but I don't. Well, like I said, though, about figure studies is that I'm not very good at them, and so they're not, like, anatomically correct, and I don't even know if they really get the vibe of the pose correct either. This guy is supposed to be, like, leaning over and picking up a box. And you guys tell me, when I'm finished, does it look like he's leaning over to pick up a box? I have a feeling that the answer is going to be no. But I don't know. I would show you the picture, but like I said, these are models without clothes. Which you think must be awkward, right? Because, like, oh, you're bending over, picking up a box, and you have no clothes on. It's like, where are they taking these pictures at? I'm sure it's in, like, a studio. Some of them are, like, outside. And I'm like, how did you get away with that? I'm sure it's probably, like, private property of some kind. You know, lots of artsy people are, like, rich, I guess. Not all of them, obviously, but a lot of them. So they're probably like, let's go take artsy photos in my fucking... What's it called? Oh my god, I'm blanking so hard. I don't know, you guys. You know what I'm saying. In my friggin' grotto or whatever. I got lost in the socks. I don't know where this is not the correct line for that box. Now I'm over here trying to draw the box. That box sucks so bad. Anyway. I also like line of action because they have, like, models with, like, different body types. And that's good to practice. I need to get better at that in my own heart. I don't practice different body types enough. I know the body types I want my characters to have, and then I'm, like, struggling to actually get them to look the way that I want. Probably because I'm not using shapes. I'm just drawing outlines. That's my problem. I never use shapes. I only ever draw outlines. And that makes it really hard to draw different body types when you don't use shapes. It makes it hard to draw any body type when you don't use shapes, honestly. I'm gonna cover that guy's face, but that's okay. could probably fit maybe one more figure on this. If I like squish it in this area right here. Oh, that's the perfect one to squish. Look at that. I'm gonna draw it small. Okay, I lied. We could probably fit one more. Oh, she's got a prop. I don't mind props. I just prefer to not have to draw props. You guys might wonder why I'm like drawing the head as like a box. When I do figure studies, I try not to focus on the face. So I just turn the head into a little box shape. So that way I'm not thinking about it too hard. So it's like the least of my worries when it comes to these little figure studies. You could probably draw it as a circle too. I just like the little box because it helps with like directionality. If you like curve it a certain way, you're like, oh, that box is facing that way. Or you curve it the other way, it's facing the other way. That torso is way too long. It's a Harry Potter ass pose. She's got like a wand. Am I gonna draw the wand? This is a great question. I don't know yet, but we're getting there. Close to finding out. I kind of don't want to draw the hand at all because it's foreshortened in a weird way. Yeah, no, we're not drawing that fucking thing. That hand pose is insane. She's holding a stick. There you go, you guys. Keeping it vague. Alrighty, guys. That is the end of the video. This is a little bit of a shorter one today just because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what to draw. So whenever I don't know what to draw, I just do figure studies because they're fast and they teach you a little something. They get you to draw full bodies. I don't really draw full bodies that much. So if you're ever like, I don't know what to draw, maybe just draw some figure studies. They're quick and easy, I think, in my opinion. Anyway, thank you guys so much for spending this time with me. I will go ahead and see you in the next one.